Let's see here. Let's edit that out, please. You ever have one of those situations where your mouth is moving faster than your brain can process? Maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. This is like take 6, take 7. I'm not sure. We're going to get it done this time. Hey there, folks. How you doing today? Welcome back to the channel. Bear with the background racket. There's all kinds of stuff happening out there. Let's not let it stand in the way of what we have in store for you. I have a ton of stuff out here on the table in front of me. I was out at the range today for 5 hours, putting in the time, getting some footage filmed for some upcoming projects that we have for the channel for the month of October. Speaking of the month of October, the folks over at Excess Sights in Fort Worth, Texas reached out to me the other day, and they told me that they had a sale going for the month of October. I think they called it Glocktober. I wonder if that has anything to do with Glocks. Well, I bet you it does. Now, right out here on the front of my table is my Glock 19X. You've seen this on here 100 times. Probably my favorite pistol, but wait for it. This is the first time you're seeing it, folks, with this brand new set of the DXT2 Pro big dot sights from Excess Sights. The folks over there in Fort Worth sent these out to me so that I could share them with you here on the channel. These are relatively new to their lineup for Glock sights. They do have a full line of Glock sights, but these are new, and they wanted me to check them out and see what I think. Well, I was a little bit like, let's see how this goes. Because if you'll notice here, and I'll put a close-up so you can see it over there, these sights have a shallow notch in the back with a single line in the middle with a big dot in the front. A lot of folks refer to that as like a dot the eye type sight picture. That's not something that I tend to use, and I don't have a lot of trigger time behind a pistol with a sight set up like that. I've tried them before, but I typically have always just kind of gone with, lining up 3 dots and going with that, or having a dot on the front and a blacked out serrated rear sight. That's what I've used in the past. But when they sent these out to me, I said, you know what, I'm going to put them on my favorite handgun and see what I can come up with. Well, I noticed a couple of things about them right off the bat. For starters, you look here on the top of the sight, it has a couple of set screws in it. I noticed it had the set screws before I even got it mounted on the pistol, and that's something that I have not noticed on Glock pattern sights that Excess produces in the past. Well, when I used my Excess Sights Glock sight tools to put them on with, if you want to see that, I actually have a full video on it. If I show you how to do it on here, the tube of you will demonetize this video, and that'll wreck it for all of us. So we're not going to show that on here, but just know that it's relatively straightforward. They make a purpose-driven tool just for changing out Glock sights. Well, getting back to what I was talking about, I noticed that this rear sight pushed into the notch on this pistol just a little bit easier than some of their other sights have in the past. And I know when I had spoke to the folks over there before, one of the issues that they had encountered in the past was pistols with really tight tolerances that say they accept Glock sights. And while I didn't ask them about it, I would imagine the set screws on these and the little bit easier time getting it mounted probably have something to do with making it fit a wider range of pistols. I don't know. That part is pure speculation, but regardless, I took the pistol with me out to Trinity Armory in Cleveland, Texas today, and I was kind of amazed at how good and how quick these sights really were for me, the average shooter, to be able to pick up and run with. Actions are louder than words. I'll go ahead and cut in a clip here to show you just what I was able to do with a 25-yard steel plate about that big relatively quickly with this setup. So there you have it, folks. You saw it firsthand. The DXT2 big dot sight setup that I have here on my Glock 19X was just as easy to hit that steel plate with as the red dot that I have mounted on my other Glock. So go figure. I was kind of figuring that maybe it was going to be harder to hit at distance and was more for up close and personal type social work. But it turns out it was actually a pretty accurate setup, and it was easy for me to pick up and run with. And I think with a little range work with a setup like this that I could be pretty good at it. Did you know that XS makes a set of sights like this? Have you tried a set of sights like this? Did you know that XS has all their Glock sights marked down 10% for October with their Glocktober sale? I'll put a link to it down in the description or the pinned comment down below. Until next time, folks, take care and God bless.